Good morning. Today we're going to start the book of Obadiah, a study of when, why, how, the history, everything about it. And we're not even going to start with the book of Obadiah. We're going to start in Genesis because the history of Obadiah's prophecy starts there. It's going to be a lot of reading today. You may want to divide it up into two viewings. Just pause me when you need to take a break. We're going to learn about Esau. Esau is the firstborn child of Isaac, and you remember Isaac is Abraham's son, the one that Abraham almost sacrificed on the altar. For your first reading, read Genesis 25 verses 19 through 34. So that's Genesis 25 19 through 34. So go ahead and pause me and do that reading. Okay, so this is where Esau is born, and Esau he's the firstborn, so he gets the firstborn traditionally got a double portion of the money at the as the heir, and he also got the duty as the family head. So there was it's that noblesse oblige concept. Too much is given, to whom is given much, much is demanded. So there was a lot of duty attached to this extra money. And in this that we just read, the birth and the birthright is given away. So Esau, he doesn't really care. He doesn't really apparently think he needs the money, and really kind of doesn't want the duty. So for a bowl of stew, he gave away his birthright. And in verse 32, he says, "What good is this birthright to me?" And verse 34 says, he despised his birthright. So Esau just is really not up to the challenge of being the firstborn, accepting the responsibility. Now, having said that, scholars estimate that Esau and Jacob were about 15 at this time. So you got to kind of take that into account if that is true. And your next reading is Genesis 27, the entire chapter. It is a story, so it reads pretty fast, but go ahead and pause me and read Genesis 27. And in this chapter, Jacob uses deceit to get the blessing. Now, the blessing is different than the birthright. The blessing is a person, and it's usually the head of the family. The patriarch in those days was acting as a prophet, and what they said went into effect immediately. So there's no backsies here. Whatever said, that's it. You're stuck with it, whether it's good or bad. And so Jacob uses deceit, and he gets Isaac's blessing here. And obviously Esau is not happy. So Jacob runs away, and at this point, the boys, again, scholars think they're about 70. So still living at home? I don't know. Just what scholars think. So our next reading is Genesis 32, 1 through 7. It's a short reading. So go ahead and pause me again. Genesis 32, 1 through 7. Okay, by this time, Esau is in Edom. It's also called Seir, S-E-I-R. And this is southeast of the Promised Land. But this is where Esau and his family and clan, if you will, have settled. And he's going to meet Jacob. And Jacob is scared. And Esau takes, in verse 6, 400 men. And the question is, why 400 men? Did he have intentions of revenge? But again, you got to kind of read into that what you want. And then one more reading for today. If you want to take a break, this might be a good time. But otherwise, go to Genesis 33 and read chapter 33, read verses 1 through 16. So the brothers meet. And in verse 3, Jacob bows down 7 times, which symbolizes complete capitulation. So he is saying, you win, I was wrong, you win. And in verse 4, Esau, even though he may have planned revenge, runs out to meet Jacob, and he hugs him, and they weep. And so it looks like everything is okay. But in verses 8 through 11, they go through this. Jacob offers a gift, Esau refuses, Jacob offers again, and Esau accepts. This is not unusual. This is a big Mideast custom. It is still a Mideast custom in some areas. And so we're not sure why they go through this. Is this a polite, is it distant, or is it just real friendly? Hey, here's my donkey. No, I don't want your donkey. Take my donkey. Okay. In verses 12 through 16, Esau offers to go with Jacob, where Jacob followed Jacob. Jacob says, no, don't want you doing that. This is kind of confusing. So is Jacob misleading Esau? Is he wanting to be rid of Esau? And then Esau goes home. So he goes back to Edom. And then in Genesis 35:28, you don't have to turn there, but Esau and Jacob get together to bury Isaac. And that's the last you hear of them being together. Now, if you're really into studying some of the descendants of Esau, the whole chapter of Genesis 33 is about Esau's descendants. So that's day 1. Again, we're not even to Obadiah yet, but Obadiah is about the land of Edom, which now we know is all about Esau. So have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next part of Obadiah.